Now then, people, and welcome to another episode of the weekend preview with your boy, Just Joe. This week, I've got a fantastic guest. It is Lox from Leicester City Fan TV. Before you get into the video, please smash a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 2K. You can make that happen. Leave a comment on the video. I will reply to all comments. And please put the notification bell on, especially over the weekend, as I won't be on social media because I'll be taking part in the social media blackout, as we say no to racism and no to online abuse. But yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel so far. Those that have been giving super chats, those that have been watching me on a regular basis, it means the absolute world. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday. Peace. Leeds. Heard it right. It's going to be Just Joe, and it's going to be all about football. He showed descent. Bamford, it's in! Yes! Yes! I don't see many more appearances from Pablo. Fantastic, inaugural guest. I had to pull out the big guns. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I've got with me this week another familiar face. You'll all know him, just like Corey last week. Part of the furniture at All Leeds TV. We've got Lox, and it's time for your weekend preview. Before we get into it, Lox, how you doing, my man? All right?
Yeah, really happy to be on the channel finally, mate. It's looks a bit different around here to All Leeds TV. So, really happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me on, pal.
My pleasure, mate. And thank you for agreeing to come on, man. It means the world. Let's jump straight into it, mate. Like Friday night football. It is Southampton versus Leicester. And I want to hear from you. I love the chant, bro. I want to hear it from you. Can you give me a blast?
What chant?
Well, the man who's in hot form.
Iheanacho. Oh,
yeah. That's the one.
You want to hear it?
I do. I love
it. It goes a bit like Nacho man. I want to be a Nacho man. Yeah,
I love that.
Loving it.
I love it, mate. I seen the little the African grey parrot singing it as well, which was absolutely brilliant. But is he going to score? Who's going to batter Southampton this weekend? We know you like to do it, so.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll batter them. I think it'll be a bit closer than the 9-0. Maybe a bit like the game we had earlier on in the season, which finished a bit more closer. So, I mean, last time we played Southampton, though, on a Friday night was, of course, the 9-0. Tore them apart. I mean, one of the kind of most iconic games in Leicester's Premier League history, you know, even in the Premier League history from the scoreline. So, and it is due to be raining as well at the time, which it was. Okay. It was hammer it down. So you never know. Just hope we don't get beat 9-0 this time. But weirder things would have happened. But yeah, looking forward to it, mate. We had a bit of a kind of tough patch. Obviously losing to Leeds as well in there was in that. But we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting across the line. After the heartbreak of last season, a funny stat, well, not funny, an interesting stat for you. There's only been 1 week since September 2019 that Leicester have been outside the top 4, and that was at the end of last season. So we really want to stay in there.
Yeah, I think you will, Lox. I think it's signed, sealed, delivered, mate. I think it's in the bag for me personally. I think Southampton are on the beach. I don't rate Ralph Rabbit Hutch. I may eat my words, but the amount of praise he got, and look where Southampton are. There's the issue with things. I think you beat them. I'm going to go for 3-0 Leicester. What say you?
Yeah, mate, I'd probably agree with you. Maybe I see them maybe scoring 1. Obviously, Che Adams is a Leicester lad as well. He grew up in Leicester. He might want a goal against us. So I'm going to go with 3-1 Leicester.
Yeah, nice. Both going for wins. Both going for Leicester finish in that top 4. Next game on the calendar, mate, is Crystal Palace versus Man City. Man City have got the Champions League to think about. For me, they're in a massive, massive driving seat with that. So, but you'd expect changes from City. Palace again on the beach for me. I don't know what you think.
Well, we played them obviously on Monday, and they were good. I mean, they had 16 days off in the first half. They were good, should I say? And they
went 1-0 up as well, right?
Yeah, Zaha put them 1 up, and he loves a goal against Leicester, so that's probably why that happened. But I think Roy Hodgson was very smart. He'd clearly gone back and looked at games where Leicester had faced opposition that were kind of didn't have the quality that Leicester had. And Fulham springs to mind, where we played Fulham earlier on the season, and certain counter attacks and the way they played. It matched that how Palace played on Monday. So they were good. They were organised. It's just a shame. For them, once we scored one, they fell apart. So that I think that will happen again. To be fair, against Man City, but Man City, I mean, I think if they win the league, if they win, and
that's right.
If
Liverpool beat Man United as well, and they win, which I think they will, then the league's done, innit?
We've known that. I mean, we've known it for a few months, haven't we? That Man City were going to win the league, and they've won obviously now the League Cup. They've got the Champions League, so the treble is on still. The treble is on. I think I think they will really, really tear Palace apart. They've got quality at times. Crystal Palace on the counter, they are very good, but Man City are, they're a force to be reckoned with. Elite, and
unless you're Leeds United, and you can beat them with 10 men.
You are right. Yeah, are you guys the only team that they haven't beaten? Is that right?
That's right, mate. Yeah, they could win the Champions League, the job lot, and the only time they've not beaten this season would be us.
You may as well get the Premier League trophy there, mate.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You've got to take the wins where you can, Locks. You've got to take the wins where you can.
Yeah, but I'm going for a comprehensive Man City win. I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0. Wow. I'm going 2 because I think he'll make changes. I think Jesus and the like will come back in. So I'm going to go 2. But like you say, it'll be really comfortable. It will be really comfortable. Next one is arguably the biggest tie of the weekend. I say that jokingly because Brighton Leeds isn't going to be on the top of everyone's minds. But they both play some good stuff. Leeds have had to play a little bit defensively of late due to the teams that we've played. Undefeated in 6. It'd be so Leeds for us to go against Brighton and get beat. But I do think we will have a little bit too much for them. And we know their issues in front of goal. They just can't score, can they? So, we're missing Rafinha. He's still out, which is wounded. But yeah, I think we'll win the game 2-0. What are your thoughts on Leeds Brighton, mate? I'd
have to agree. I think Leeds will win the game. Brighton, at times I've watched them and I thought they're very unlucky. I think they are unlucky at times. And earlier on in the season, I was thinking that they're in a bit of a false position. The way they were playing, I like Graham Potter and I like the way he sets the team up. But Leeds, I mean, we all love Leeds, don't we? That's
the one.
But I think they haven't burnt out. I've keep saying week after week they're going to burn out. They're going to burn out, and
exactly.
And it's not going to happen, is it? So I think Leeds, great position at where they are now, 9th. They could finish higher, but
I'm buying that European drum Locks. We need 7th is in my sights. We're 6 points off it with 5 to go. We need obviously Everton and Spurs to mess up, but you never know.
I think Spurs and Everton are kind of well capable of messing up, quite.
Well, we've got Spurs next week as well. So if we can win this weekend and beat Spurs, then that gap's 3. So be massive, massive.
Oh, well, I think you will. I think you will beat them. Brighton, of course, this weekend, and I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. 2-0 Leeds win.
Nice. Put your money on it. We've both said 2-0. It's going to happen. Next one is London derby, mate. Chelsea at home. Again, they have the Champions League to worry about. Obviously, Real Madrid will be welcome to Stamford Bridge during the week. Fulham, they're gone, aren't they? I don't know if Tuchel will make changes, but even if he does, the players that come in will have more than enough, and I think they'll control the game as they seem to be doing at the minute, but not scoring a lot of goals. And I think even against Fulham, I think they won't score a lot. It's just the Chelsea way at the minute, finding Timo not in form. 2-0 Chelsea for me, mate.
Yeah, I mean, Fulham, they started the season so poorly, and they had a bit of a period where they kind of turned things around a little bit, and Scott Parker, got a lot of plaudits and fair play to him. Yeah. I think he will eventually become a good, really good manager. I think he's a good manager now, but I think he's definitely got the potential to be a top manager. But at the moment, Fulham, they're just, I think they're long gone, really. I know they're 18th, and they've got a chance, but I don't think they've got enough quality, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think Brighton and Newcastle ahead of them will pick up more points. Maybe Newcastle might flutter around there, but I think they'll pick up enough points. And yeah, I think Chelsea really this weekend they'll beat Fulham quite comfortably. So I'm going to go with a 3-0.
3-0. Nice. Next one's Newcastle Arsenal, mate. Newcastle have had a recent upturn in form, you could say. Points against Spurs, obviously Liverpool as well. You know, increasing that gap over Fulham. I think for me, they're safe. I think they moved up to about 15th, I think. 16th, and I like banging that drum because I've been saying for a while Newcastle will stay up. And people disagree. So when I'm right, I like to ram it down people's throats.
Yeah.
But look, Arsenal, for me, there's a chance, bro, that they finish in the bottom half. I mean, that would be amazing if that happened. I'm going for Newcastle here, mate. I'm going to go 1-0 Newcastle. I think he's going to have to rest a lot of players, considering what happened last night against, was it Villarreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the Europa League semi. Not the greatest of performance. I know they got an away goal, so they're still well in the tie and they could still go through. But yeah, I think he's going to have to make changes to make sure people are fresh for next Thursday. So I'm going to go with a 1-0 Newcastle win.
That'd be big. That'd be big for Newcastle. I mean, Joe Willock as well for Newcastle. He seems to be scoring every week.
Yeah, he does.
He's looking for them. Super sub, I think. One of the commentators called him, and he wasn't too happy with it. But
no.
I think Arsenal are just a funny one. They have been for years, haven't they? They can show up one week and beat the top clubs, and then the next they're losing to teams like Newcastle. So. I hear what you're saying. I think Newcastle will have enough to stay up this season. I think I'm not going to go with a win for them this week like you are, but I'm going to go for a draw, and I will go with a 1-1. And I think Joe Willock to score again. I'll go with.
I don't think he can play, can he? Because he's on loan from Arsenal.
Of course not. Well, I'm still going with a 1-1.
Joe Linton. I've just noticed we skipped a fixture as well. Everton Villa. We missed Everton Villa. What are your thoughts on Everton and Villa, mate?
I really don't like Villa, to be fair. So I think I root for any team that Villa play. But I think is Grealish still out? Is he? I think he is.
Mate. Still out, yeah.
Still out. I mean, they're nowhere near the team they were, obviously, with Grealish in there. It's a big
one-man team. One-man team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've spoken about Southampton and Villa as well. Like these teams and Everton, they've spent so much at the start of the season. They were all the way up there, and the fans were getting excited. Top 4, top 6 places. European football, and they've just fallen apart. So West Ham, the only one staying there. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be the best of games. To be fair, I'm probably going to go for a. Oh, you know what? I don't want Villa to get any points, but I'll go with a 1-1, another 1-1.
Nice. I think Villa's record's not great against West Ham. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and I don't think it's that great, but the Leeds fan in me is just willing Everton and Spurs to lose. So for that, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Villa win. Fingers crossed. I don't think it'll happen. And much like yourself, I'm not too keen on Villa either, mate, to be honest.
No.
Next tie is probably, for me, on paper, the biggest tie of the weekend. It definitely is. It's Manchester United versus Liverpool. Loads of history in this fixture. I think for me, it's going to go one or two ways, Locks. It could be a drab 0-0, or we could get a humdinger tie. How do you see it going, mate?
I agree with you there. It could go either way. I mean, I think Liverpool will win it. I do. I see Liverpool winning it. I mean, Manchester United last night. It was incredible what they did in that second half. 2-1 down at half time, score 5 goals in the second half. Yeah. Stretford End, and they just when they're on it, they're just so powerful, and the counter attacks as well. And it's going to be a good game to watch, you'd imagine. But I think Liverpool, they're going to be on one to try and get that top 4. It's going to be tough for them because West Ham, Chelsea ahead of them. But Yeah, I think Liverpool. I mean, we spoke to Ben from Rivalry Aside, a few weeks ago, and I said to him then, I think Liverpool will just pick up enough points to finish in the top four. It's a big shout because Chelsea and West Ham are ahead of them. But I think this starts this weekend. I think I'll give them a big push, mentally wise as well. If Liverpool win against Manchester United, and I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Liverpool win.
Yeah, I think for me, like the season that Liverpool had, I think it would be a nice little shine for them just if they could say, we gave the title to City by beating Manchester United. I suppose that's their one saving grace this season. But look, I think it's going to be a draw personally. It could be, like I said, it could be 0-0, but I'm going to hope for a decent game, and I'm going to go for 2 apiece in that one. Next one, Spurs, Sheffield United. Look, I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to try will it. So I'm going 1-0 Sheffield United. I mean, they beat Brighton. They might be on an upturn of form now. You never know. But look, it's going to be very, very tough for them. But I am going to go 1-0. But, I'm still going to say that as my prediction. But in all seriousness, maybe Spurs will have too much. What do you make to the situation Spurs find themselves in? I mean, Brendan Rodgers said, in the bin, not happening. Yeah, so Elena was telling us, obviously, on Before the Whistle Blows, that Nagelsmann was the man, and we were all saying he's definitely going to Bayern. That's happening now. Like the guy, is it Ten Hag from Ajax? He's now signed a deal with Ajax. So where are they going to go, mate? I mean, what's happening with that football club?
Yeah, I mean, they've been a banter club for a long time, but I mean, me and Corey are loving it. Me and Corey have been going back and forth on Twitter, absolutely bantering Tottenham, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Rodgers has turned them down, and I've read today as well that apparently they've not given up hope on Rodgers. Take the hint.
Why would he make that move, bro? He's not going to make that move.
Exactly. They need to take the hint, really. But it's they're not going to get a top world class manager. It's just not going to happen.
But I think the delusion in their head is they are. Like, and look, it's all banter. I love Elena, but she was actually sold on this idea that Nagelsmann might happen, and it was like, it is never going to happen, that.
I completely agree. And now we're looking at the likes of Southgate.
Scott Parker. I mean, I like Graham Potter, but that's the sort of, pool they're shopping in. I mean, no disrespect. Southgate is not a great manager anyway, and he has got a shocking record at club level. I don't understand why he's even in any sort of running. For me, he shouldn't even be the England manager, mate. But that just shows you, if they went for Southgate, it's only going one way. And they're going to lose Harry Kane in the summer. I think he goes to Manchester United. Locks. What do you think about Kane's situation?
Harry Kane. I think it's time for him to go. He wants to win some trophies. He wants to, be up there for the Ballon d'Or. He's not going to get that at Tottenham. When they're not winning, when they're not winning enough games in the season, he needs to be playing Champions League football every season and get into the latter stages of that. So he's got the quality to win a Ballon d'Or. We know he has. If he was playing at a top club, scoring 25 goals, a season, he'd be up there. So he's not going to get that at Tottenham. And I think once he goes, I don't know what's going to happen to them, mate. Because I think he's the last hope that they've got, Harry Kane.
There's Son in it. There's Son. But I think if Kane went, Son would be like, right, who wants me? Because I'm not having this.
Yeah, because you look at like what Tottenham are doing now, when they get rid of a manager like Jose, and, that's a completely different argument whether that should have happened. But when they get rid of a striker like Harry Kane, who are they going to bring in? Are they going to bring in someone like absolutely shocking, for £10 million, to try and save a bit of money? So, I don't know, mate. I mean, they're just a banter club, aren't they? No offense, no disrespect to them. It's just, over and over again, there's something to laugh about Spurs, for. But I think, I mean, it only helps your aspirations of reaching 7th place, doesn't it? Leeds, so
it does. So what's your score prediction, mate?
Yeah. I mean, Sheffield United, good win for them the other day, but I think Tottenham, after slagging them off all that time, I think they will get a win this weekend, and I'm going to go for a comfortable one, 3-0. Sorry, Hal, 3-0 Tottenham.
Sorry, Hal. Next one, mate. I think I can see this one being a bit boring. I think it's another derby as well. It's West Brom versus Wolves. West Brom done and dusted. I think we fought for a period of time when they beat Chelsea, and then they got another positive result. You're thinking maybe Big Sam might do it, but it's not going to happen now. Wolves again, not been great this season. Don't know if the shine's coming off Espirito Santo maybe a little bit. Missing Jimenez massively. How do you see this one going? I'm going to go for a 0-0 on this one, mate.
You know what? I'm going to go for a 0-0 as well, mate. Out of all the games we've spoken about, this is the one which I'd be, less likely to watch. It doesn't really, sound any good to me at all, to be fair. I think Wolves, I mean, they've just been nowhere near what they were last season. A bit like Sheffield United as well, and Jimenez as well, with that awful injury. That's really hindered them as well. So, yeah, there's not much to say on this game. I'm going to stick with you, mate. 0-0.
Nice one. And then the last one we've got is Burnley versus West Ham. West Ham clinging on to, or trying to cling on to, fourth place. They were so harshly treated last weekend with that sending off of Balbuena. I'll never get my head around that. And it has been rescinded, which means he'll go back into the starting lineup. Do you know what, though? And Corey will hate me for this, but I spoke about the Newcastle one being where they would come unstuck, and they did. And I look at this one and think, this is another one where West Ham come unstuck, and I fancy Burnley to shithouse a 1-0 win, I do.
I see where you're coming to. I mean, personally, I think West Ham will win it. I think they'll win this one. However, I mean, Burnley are well capable of upset, doing an upset like this. I mean, Chris Wood, was it last week? I can't remember. Was it Brighton?
Wasn't it?
Was it Brighton they played?
It was Wolves, mate.
Wolves.
4-0.
So Chris Wood hat trick, and look, they've got the capability of causing West Ham real problems. Sean Dyche will have to get hell on for his impression if they win. But I think I don't think it's gonna be the best of games again. No. I think I'm probably gonna go with a 1-0 West Ham win. I think they'll just edge it and keep Burnley, quiet enough. But it's not gonna be the best of games, I don't think.
No, I agree. Well, that's that then, Locks. We've got through all of the weekend fixtures. Thank you very much for coming on. Good luck tonight, mate, against Southampton. I think you'll be totally fine, and hopefully we can keep that European dream alive. Because if we lose on Saturday, then it's probably game over already, as early as it started for me. Locks, what can we expect from you moving forward, mate, over the weekend, and that let the guys know if they don't know already?
Over on Leicesterfan TV, we do obviously the watch-alongs for every Leicester game, so we'll be on there. That's why I'm missing before the whistle blows, unfortunately, tonight. But Leicester, we'll be doing a watch-along. We do that for every game, and then we do kind of shows throughout the week, previewing the next match or reviewing the match before, and Getaway fan channels on as well. So it's really good. So anyone who's fancies giving it a watch, maybe even if it's just the next time Leicester play Leeds, come check it out. Yeah,
make sure you check it out, and I'll make sure on before the whistle blows, if for whatever reason Southampton go in front, that we get everyone to just jump over just to give you some stick on the stream.
There we go, mate. Yeah, to get the viewers up, we'll be all good.
Yeah, great stuff. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I won't be posting out on socials over the weekend, so it'll be pretty quiet from my end. But look out on Tuesday, and I'll be doing my review of the Brighton game. So I'm moving this weekend as well. But keep it locked at Just Your Football Show, and I'll see you all in a bit.